Hi, I am Ravi Kumar. In this video, we will see the direct decomposition method, which is useful for obtaining the state space model from the given transfer function. Here we have taken two examples. Two transfer functions are given here. So from these transfer functions, we will see how to obtain the state space model by using direct decomposition method. So this is the transfer function output by input, y of s by u of s. Y of s is the output, u of s is the input. The transfer function given is 5s square plus 6s plus 8 by s cube plus 3s square plus 7s plus 9, and this is the another transfer function. First we will see how to obtain the state space model for this transfer function. Observe here the denominator is s cube plus 3s square plus 7s plus 9, and the numerator is 5s square plus 6s plus 8. First we will write the diagram for this obtaining this denominator, that is, it is equal to 1 by s cube plus 3s square plus 7s plus 9. First we will construct that transfer function. Afterwards we will add this term, that is 5s square plus 6s plus 8 in that diagram. Remember this one, the coefficients here is 9 constant, 7 is s coefficient, 3 is s square coefficient here. Now the denominator is s cube plus 3s square plus 7s plus 9 actually. Now how to construct the model for obtaining the 1 by s cube plus 3s square plus 7s plus 9 mathematical function first. See, observe here, it is 1 by s, I have taken one integration. See how many integrations are there here? 3 integrations I have taken. How I have taken 3 integrations means here the thing is the denominator coefficient is s cube, so that is 3. That order indicates the how many integrations you have to take here. So you have to take 3 integrations here. Now here 1 by s, and here the coefficient I have taken is s square coefficient. S square coefficient is 3 in the given function, so it is 3. So 1 by s into 3 as a feedback path. Now so this will give you, so how to write this one, g of s by 1 plus g of s into h of s. That is a simplification of this block diagram reduction. So this is the actual g of s, this is the feedback path. So g of s by 1 plus g of s into h of s. Now similarly here you have to write the s coefficient here, 7 here. Similarly you have to write the 9 coefficient here. So if you simplify this one, you will get 1 by s cube plus 3s square plus 7s plus 9. So first of all what you have to do, you have to identify the denominator polynomial and see the how many integrations you require. Then you keep s square coefficient here, s coefficient here, and constant coefficient here. So if you simplify it to 1 by s cube plus 3s square plus 7s plus 9. Now we will see how the numerator term is going to be appending to this diagram. So for that one, so the numerator given is 5s square plus 6s plus 8. So this 5s square plus 6s plus 8 can be inserted by first take the constant 8. So keep this constant 8 after the 3 integrations in the previous diagram. Right. Next take the s coefficient 6, that is, so from here you have to write the, you have to insert the 6 in this path here, and s square coefficient is 5, so that is, so next prior to this integrator you have to write the s square coefficient here. See that the thing is simple here. First of all you have to write the for the denominator, and then the numerator take the constant here, so keep the constant here after the 3 integrations. So next, so s coefficient from here, and next s square coefficient from here. So like that you are going to complete the diagram for the both numerator and denominator. So this final function, this final diagram will give you the function 5s square plus 6s plus 8 by s cube plus 3s square plus 7s plus 9. You simplify this one by using block diagram reduction rule. Now here the denominator coefficient is s cube, so that's why you have to assume 3 state variables. Why? Because the order is 3 here. So here I am assuming here x1 as one state here, right, and x2 here and x3 here. You have to assume here x1 state, x2 state here, and x3 state here. If it is x1 state, then see here the input of this integrator is x1 dot also. It may be x1 dot. Why? Because if it is x1 dot, that is derivative of x1 is passing to integrator, derivative and integration getting cancelled, it will result in only x1. So that's why it is x2 or x1 dash. Similarly here it is, we have written as x3. So if it is x2, then the input of this integrator is x2 dot. Why? Because integration derivative getting cancelled, we get x2 here after passing through the integrator, this x2 dash. So this is x2, then this is x3 dash. So like that you have to assume 3 states. Why you assume 3 states means the denominator coefficient is s cube, that is order is 3, you have to assume 3 states here, right? And one state is assumed at the end of the third integrator. So next x2 here, x3 here. So like this we have to assume here. So from this diagram we have to write the state equation, output equation now. Now state equation general form is x dash or x dot is equal to ax plus bu. That is x dot is equal to ax plus bu. That is x dot is equal to, in terms of x and u you have to write. So now observe here, what is x1 dot? x1 dot is nothing but x2 here from this. So that thing I am writing here. Next x2 dot is nothing but x3 here. That thing I am writing here. Now what is x3 dot? x3 dot is nothing but the output of this adder. So that is output of this adder is nothing but x3 dash. So the x3 dash is equal to, so what are the inputs of this adder? It is u of t is one input. So that is I have written here u. And the next input is this one. Minus 3 into x3 is one input. Minus 3 into x3. Why I am taking only minus 3 into x3? Can I take x2 dot also? But the general form is x dot is equal to ax plus bu form you have to write. So that is in terms of x you have to write this one. So that's why here it is minus 3 into x3 is one input. And the next input is x2 into 7 multiplied with minus. So minus 7 x2 is another input. So next input is minus 9 into x1 is another input. So that is the output of this adder, that is x3 dot is equal to, inputs are u of t minus 3 into x3 minus 7 into x2 minus 9 into x1. So those thing, that thing I have written here. x3 dot is equal to minus 9x1 minus 7x2 minus 3x3 dot plus u. So this way you will write the state equations. Now how to write the output equation? Output is nothing but, here the output y of t is nothing but the output of this adder. Now what are the inputs to this adder? It is equal to 8 into x1. See, this is 8. The input of our 8 is x1. So x1 into 8 is the one input here. Next this one is 6 into x2. x2 into 6 is the other input. So next one is 5 into x3. So these three are the inputs. So y of t is equal to x1 into 8 plus x2 into 6 plus x3 into 5. So state equation and output equation, state equation you got, and also output equations you get. Now you can simply represent this in the matrix form. So these are the state equations and the output equation. Now x1 dot is equal to 0 into x1 plus x2 into 1 plus 0 into x3. Only x2 is there, that's why the other terms are zeros here. No u terms are there, that's why it is 0 into u. Similarly x2 dot is equal to x1 dot is x1 into 0 plus x2 into 0. Why? Because only x3 term is there, so that's why 1 into x3, only this one is 1 here. The other remaining terms are zeros here. Plus no u is there in this equation, that's why u is also 0 here. Next x3 dot is equal to minus 9 into x1 minus 7 into x2 minus 3 into x3 plus u here. So u is there here, so that's why it is 1 here. Similarly output is equal to y is equal to 8x1 plus 6x2 plus 5x3 plus du. No du is there, no u term is there here, that's why plus 0 this one. So like this we are going to represent in terms of state representation. Why it is called state model? The state model general form is x dot is equal to some matrix A into x plus bu. Y is equal to some matrix C into D, C into x plus du. So these are represented in that form only. Thank you.